Thousands of people took to the streets of Tirana, Albania's capital, on Monday to protest against a luxury resort project linked to US President Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. Affinity Partners, owned by Kushner, wants to turn the coastal wetland area into a huge resort. The project is planned to be built on several hectares of the protected Viozenata coastal landscape and on the uninhabited Adriatic island of Sazan. Albanian anti-corruption prosecutors say they are investigating the project after environmental NGOs have long raised concerns that it could threaten the area's biodiversity and disrupt bird migration routes. Albania's Prime Minister Rama, who earlier confirmed talks with Kushner over the deal that includes 10,000 hotel rooms, told lawmakers on Monday that the project does not encroach on a protected wildlife reserve. Rama said the final proposal has yet to be submitted and the environmental study done was not complete.
Unspoiled landscapes and relics of Albania's communist past still define the remote island of Sazan, a rugged outpost off the country's southern coast. Once a military stronghold, today the island is home only to a handful of soldiers, lizards, seabirds, and the decaying remains of thousands of concrete bunkers. Now, the Trump-Kushner family has set its sights on transforming this isolated territory into a destination for the ultra-wealthy, sparking heated debate across Albania. According to a report in the German outlet Travel Reporter, Prime Minister Rama's government has cleared a path for the project, which critics say is an attempt to curry favour with Donald Trump. Tirana argues otherwise, insisting that the development will create jobs and boost Albania's international profile as a luxury travel hub. Rama has described the project as a strong magnet for Albania, positioning Sazan as the centerpiece of the nation's tourism expansion. But the plan has stirred controversy. Environmentalists warn it could devastate the Kabur and Sazan National Park, a protected area where regulations currently forbid new marinas, ship traffic and beach development. This vision of an exclusive hideaway doesn't match the spirit of Sazan as a public heritage site, opponents argue. Locals already call the island Trump Island. Tourists can still reach it by boat from the coastal city of Vlora, a short 30-minute ride, but it remains unclear whether public access will continue if the development moves forward. Jared Kushner has publicly described his vision for Sazan as an exclusive premier destination designed for guests seeking privacy, a stark contrast with the island's current status as a day trip attraction. The project comes amid a tourism boom in Albania. Visitor numbers have doubled since 2021, reaching nearly 12 million in 2024. The government touts new infrastructure, including Vlora's recently opened airport, capable of handling millions of passengers, as proof of its commitment to growth. Yet conservationists say these projects threaten fragile ecosystems, including bird sanctuaries and lagoons that have so far survived Albania's rush to modernize. Sazan's past only deepens the stakes. Once dubbed the North Korea of Europe under dictator Enver Hoxha, the island's ruins serve as a stark reminder of Albania's isolationist decades. Critics argue that bulldozing this history in favor of exclusive resorts risks erasing a cultural landmark in exchange for short-term profits. Whether Sazan becomes Europe's newest luxury enclave or remains a relic of Albania's past will depend on how far the government is willing to go and how loudly opponents push back.
Right now, I'm working with my husband. We have this 1,400-acre island in the Mediterranean, and we're bringing in the best architects and the best brands. But to have a point of view and to challenge people who are such artists respectfully, but not to be afraid to ask questions. It takes a lot of confidence to do that. And it's hard. So these are actually just internal early renderings. So we're in the process of doing the master planning now. But
this is beautiful.
This is an early vision. Yeah, it's going to be extraordinary. Aman's going to operate the hotel for us. And there are going to be villas, and we have Carbone, who's going to be doing the food and beverage. But it's amazing to bring together all of this talent, and for me to be able to play around and flex the real estate muscles again and have some fun with it is
the real estate, the design, the
Second thing, how did the White House decide that it is appropriate for Jared Kushner to be working on matters that involve Qatar, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, 3 countries that combined have given him more than $2.5 billion for his investment firm?
I think it's frankly despicable that you're trying to suggest that it's inappropriate for Jared Kushner, who is widely respected around the world and has great trust in relationships with these critical partners in these countries, to strike a 20-point comprehensive detailed peace plan that no other administration would ever be able to achieve. And so Jared is donating his energy and his time to our government, to the President of the United States, to secure world peace.
President Trump's son-in-law has a 41-story size problem at 666 Fifth Avenue. Jared Kushner's company still holds half of the $1.2 billion mortgage and hasn't paid a cent, forcing the Kushners to look overseas for investors. Caleb Melby's recent story on the Bloomberg takes a deep dive into Kushner's struggles with the property. Caleb joins us now. Caleb, great stuff. Walk me through what's the new here.
Right. So we had known that Kushner companies had looked for funds with Ambang in China. They had gone to Qatar. This story reveals that they also talked to a developer in Saudi Arabia. They went to the Korean Sovereign Wealth Fund, talked to some Israeli banks and insurers as well, trying to find one of 2 things: either a way to refinance the mortgage on that tower, or in most cases to buy into this very expensive, very grand redevelopment plan they have for the building.